Hey guys, this is Alex from 4C Trading, and today, even though it's Sunday, I just had to make the video because XRP has blown totally out of the proportion. And if you remember, I actually made a video on XRP like probably a week ago, maybe two, when I just said that Ripple had a partnership with Microsoft, and everybody even commented on that video saying, oh yeah, there are two different companies or even three different companies, that doesn't matter. But what was even I trying to explain the comments is that yes, there are three different companies, but usually when one lands a partnership, that's really bullish for them all, because people just normally just always jump to XRP, and XRP is because of that Microsoft partnership is gonna blow out of the proportion, and it's just a week later, look at this, what happens. It's just perfectly. It tagged our area from 40 to 50 cent quite perfectly, and right now it's going ahead of it, right? But now obviously a lot of people will start jumping in, but it's not the time. If you haven't gotten in yet, it's definitely not the time to buy the top right now. You gotta play smart, right? And before we even do that, we can take a glance at ETH, and we can actually see that ETH actually blow up as well, so ETH is blowing up as well. Our investment is doing really well, and we are approaching that $600 that we spoke about, where we absolutely are probably gonna be looking either to sell some Ethereum or it starts short sideways. We might maybe even gonna short it. But this time around, because Bitcoin has blown up so much more than Ethereum, we can actually start, we can actually be getting a little bit higher price than $600. Maybe it's gonna go all the way up to 750. That would be amazing, right? So now coming back to Ripple, you got basically now two possible areas, and you really gotta be careful about it, right? So the most common area that everybody, or should I say most of the people, would be targeting right now would be located right here. But I do think that there's a great chance that this area will not be filled in this run, right? There's a great chance that this area would not be filled in this run. And that's just, that's just how alts work. When they start moving aggressively, like Ripple just started today, they usually tend to, start going overreacting as long as they, then start turning around, and then they overreact on downside as well. So when this shit starts to happen, you really gotta be a little bit more aggressive to it. Obviously, you can be wrong and you will lose the money if you're too aggressive. But at the end of the day, that's how alts mostly are done. And sometimes you really gotta pull that trigger. You really gotta jump in, right? So if I was taking a trade right here, I would be taking a smaller stop loss. I would not be putting it all the way down, because if you see me, if I put it all the way down, it's going to be 24%, and I don't actually see any sense of putting it all the way down. So I would be doing it here at about 10%, just about under this candle on a daily. But as I already said, this trade might not be filled, so this is why we have to look for a little bit more aggressive areas. And the first aggressive area is right here. Now this area can be pretty difficult. I'm gonna put it a little bit on top, yeah, actually like this. This area can be pretty difficult, right? When you look at it from the perspective of the daily, you can see that it's quite aggressive. It's really aggressive, right? And it's really, if you look at it to the right side, back to the right side, you have nothing to place your stop loss at it, right? So if this is our first trade, this is going to be now our aggressive trade, right? And if you're going to be taking these trades, just take both at the end of the day, because one of these two trades will react and will give you a pretty healthy, upside. So we have spoke about XRP, and we were saying, for 50 to 40 cents was our first sell. And if that one is breaking, we got good chances of maybe going all the way up to $1. And maybe the Binance chart is not the nicest for XRP. You should be on Bitstamp chart, which is actually tagged at USD, but it's quite similar, right? So right now, if I go zoom it back in, the trade that I'm going to be taking on XRP a little bit more aggressively is going to be taken on the middle of this, and you will see that the stop loss in this case is gonna be put right under here, and you can see that again I'm getting that 10%, the 10% that we always kind of chase, right? So it's definitely not a bad stop loss at all. I do hope, it's probably right now the Microsoft partnership is coming in with a delay, but it's definitely, you can see it's definitely overreacting a little bit more than every other major coin. So right now you can see XRP is number one in overreaction. Litecoin is probably the one that follows, then Cardano and EOS at the end, and you will see that all of those coins will move in a certain direction. It's just like that kind of sequence when Bitcoin starts going sideways, and this is what we talked about a lot. and we will do it on our stream again about Bitcoin dominance. As soon as that dominance starts going sideways or down a little bit and Bitcoin chills down, the alts are going to be popping left and right, and now it's the time that you can actually make good money on this, right? And this is why I even decided to make a video on Sunday, you know, just to kind of explain this opportunity, because if I wait till Monday, it might be too late already, right? So I don't want to miss this opportunity, so I'm making a video out so you guys can see as well. So yes, if I'm taking this trade, the first profit target is actually be quite soonish, as you will see right now. It's going to be right here, located right here. So it wouldn't be too far away from our entry. And the thing is, it's still pretty good target. It's 1.8 R or 18%. Because again, this is the area that we are now, right now, needed to break. And nobody said that this area is going to break, right? So obviously, we have to take our profit targets here in order to protect ourselves against the upside, right? But if that upside does happen and we do make that break for it, right, then we are going to be chasing all the way for the second profit target all the way to up here, and that's going to be located right here. And you can see that the second profit target is going to be met with us with a juicy 51% of 5R from this latest trade. And the last trade, as I already said, it's not going to be seen well here, but I know from the fact from the other charts when I usually chart it on $1, it's going to be all the way to up here. And I'm just going to push it all the way up there so we can see percentages. And it's 140% or 14R. Now let's just go back to a Bitstamp one. And you can actually see, yeah, so you can see that was my first area for the profit take. As I've, you know, Bitstamp, I usually use it a lot more for charting SRP. And now you'll see that this is our second profit take, right? And you will see why I chose $1 from right here, because $1 around that mark is actually a really important area that has to be taken. And this area is broken, and you can see some serious good heights on XRP, right? There can be a seriously good run. So you can see that's how I kind of chose these targets on the left side from the proportion. And you can see that most of the time these profit takes do work out a lot, right? So yes, guys, show us some love on the, you know, YouTube. Subscribe to us, like the video, you know, follow us, and punch that notification button so you get your videos on the front screen, right? And also, you know, join us at Telegram. We always like to discuss these things on Telegram and do daily updates and such. And yeah, keep watching the videos, guys, right? And we will be seeing each other in the next one.